What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So recently I've made a bunch of videos on specifically crafting transmog and patterns and plans that you guys should have that sells will pretty much fly off the auction house, and they're usually very easy to get. In some cases they require a little bit of work as well, but that's why they're so good. So in today's video, we're going to talk a bit about a couple of vendors that holds, in some cases, like 50 easy to get patterns that most people tend to miss. Before we dive into the specifics, I do want to mention that this and every other way that I use to make multiple gold caps is located in the 0 to 10 million gold guide. So if you guys haven't picked up a copy of the 0 to 10 million gold guide, use the code Shadowlands for 50% off. And whenever the next expansion comes out, I'm going to keep on updating the book so it's always relevant. And of course, if you have already bought the book, you will receive any future updates for free. So the link to it is down below in the description. The first one that I do want to talk about is on my blacksmithing tune right here in Pandaria, right here at the Shrine of 7 Stars. Now, you can talk to this guy right here, Cullen Hammerbow, and he's going to sell you, I think it's like 25 different items that you can easily craft. And the best part is, they only cost 1 Spirit of Harmony each. So pretty much like 200 gold-ish for each plan, which is absolutely insane because these masterwork items, they're not hard to sell at all, and they require very few mats, like a couple of ghost iron bars and a trillium bar, and you have the items. So they're super easy to craft, so it's nice to get started on your transmog crafting and pump some transmog up when you auction house. So there's like 10 plants each page, so you have like 10, 20, 26 items right here with like blacksmithing. So if you have a blacksmithing tune, you have to pick these bad boys up. You definitely do. And that's 26 that you can just go and buy like this. Super easy. Just make sure you bring the currency Spirit of Harmony, since you don't buy the plants themselves using gold. It's only from Spirit of Harmony. So that's like the first thing that you guys gotta grab in Pandaland. And then I'm going to log over to, let's say, my rogue, which has the leatherworking on it, and show you guys one of 2 vendors that I want to showcase in this video. So this vendor is located in Stormwind if you're Alliance, or Grimmar if you're Horde. But if you just like find the profession trainer for leatherworking on your faction, the vendor is going to be close by, and it's gonna be called the leatherworking supplies, right? That's the underline of the NPC. And this bad boy, if you scroll, first of all, you can buy pristine hide using 10 heavy savage leather. So you can technically make gold just flipping your heavy savage leather into pristine hide. But I see a lot of beginner crafters that are spending a lot of gold buying pristine hide when they need to craft like epic items and some blue items using pristine hide, because it's kind of hard to farm it, like to get the pristine hide to drop itself. But go to the vendor, spend your heavy savage, which is super easy to farm, and buy pristine hide. Besides from that, there's like 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 40, 45 with this one. 45 leatherworking patterns. And they only cost 10 heavy savage leather each. So super easy to obtain. And this is the vicious sets. So there's like one for male and one for leather. And you guys should definitely 100% get every single one of these. So if heavy savage leather is expensive on your auction house, which it tends to be these days with like less people playing the game. So if they are super expensive and you don't want to pay like on my realm 260 gold each, so that will be 2,600 gold each pattern, which would still be worth it like down the line. But if you don't want to do that, you can easily just go and do the best savage leather farm that I do myself, which is down in Uldum on the Baby Crocs. Got a video up on my channel if you have a skinning tune, and you will have enough heavy savage to buy him relatively quickly. Now that was one of the leatherworking like NPCs selling the patterns, and that was 45 from one of them, and there's a ton of people missing out on these. So I'm going to log over to my tailoring tune in Wrath of the Lich King, Dalaran, and I'm going to show you yet another vendor selling these, well, not the exact same, but different patterns. These are Wrath of the Lich King patterns that you can buy. The ones that we were just looking at were Cataclysm patterns. So on this tune, in Wrath of the Lich King Dalaran, not Legion Dalaran, you have this bad boy right here, Brag Stoutbeard. Now, he sells like 10, 20, 30, 40, almost 50 patterns. Like, some of these are epic patterns that are kind of expensive to craft, while some of these, well, the majority of them are just full sets needing only Borean leather and Eternals. So super easy to craft. You can, once again, instead of buying the Arctic fur or trying to farm it, you can just use heavy Borean leather to purchase the Arctic fur for that. Like, way cheaper than buying the Arctic fur right off the auction house. And if you are in the process of crafting these items, like, getting heavy Borean leather is no problem. But getting the Eternals, most of you guys probably already know this, but just in case you don't, you can buy all of the Eternals from this vendor right here, Froso the Renowned, right up here, and it costs 1 Frozen Orb. Now, you don't want to go ahead and buy the Frozen Orb of the auction house for 100 gold each. You definitely don't want to do that. You can instead buy it from an NPC, and the price varies from your faction. So if you go into this building right here in the Silver Enclave, you can talk to Arcanist Ivreni, and you can buy a Frozen Orb for 67 gold and 50 silver. So 1 Eternal is going to cost me 67 silver. You can also go in the auction house, because sometimes the Eternals will be less gold than what they are in the auction house. Like right now, it would cost me more gold to buy the Frozen Orb and then buy the Eternals from the vendor, rather than just buying them off the auction house. But it's usually stuff like, look at this, over 200 gold for 3 of the Eternals. So there's a bunch of people making gold, buying Frozen Orbs, then taking the Frozen Orb to the Gnome on the Flying Carpet, buying the Eternals, and then putting them up in the auction house, like doubling their gold on each Eternal sold. But that's just a handy tip. So another NPC right here selling a bunch of leatherworking patterns. Another one that I want to talk about is right next to it, right in this building right here. You have a couple of NPCs selling you patterns. So you have this guy selling you BOE, like you will craft BOE items. This is the Primal Mooncloth set, and then you have this girl right here with the Spellfire set, that's BOE. And then you have, I think it's upstairs maybe. Yeah, upstairs you have the Shadow Weave set that you can craft. Right, so this is just very easy to get patterns, plants that you should all get. So if there's any questions about any of this, just leave them down below in the comment section. But that was pretty much it for this video. Make sure that you let me know what you think of these sort of videos, if it's of any interest. So far, there's been a couple of comments saying that it's been coming in handy as you guys have started to dabble into the crafted transmog market yourself. But always stay, let me know down below. Comment if you like him, if I should continue doing him. But that's it for today's video, though. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all back in on tomorrow's video. So don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide. Link down below. See you then. Bye-bye.